Welcome back to the channel. If you guys already don't know, my name is David. Appreciate you coming back, or if you're new here, welcome. So I have a question for you. Have you ever been addicted? Not to drugs, alcohol, smoking, any kind of substance. Have you ever been addicted to work? So it got to the point where I strongly feel like I had an addiction to work. So a little backstory. There's this app called Nextdoor that is a neighborhood app, and you can advertise whatever kind of business you want, or you can set it up as like a neighbor. So I have two accounts, business account and a personal account. Well, when I was building my business, I would keep that part separate from Nextdoor. I don't really advertise as a business on Nextdoor. I advertised as me as a person, my name. Because when you have a personal account, under your name it shows up where you're located, not by street, but by like community or maybe area code or area, I guess. So when I was building my business, it took about 5 to 6 years every day to post, comment, and interact with people every day. If the post was more than 2 or 3 days old for plumbing, I probably wouldn't comment on it. Maybe I would, just depends. But I made it a goal every time a plumbing post came up that my name had to be on there, whether if it was giving advice or asking what they needed. My name as my personal account would be on there. So in doing that, I also posted helpful videos every week, once or twice, to help people out. How to fix a toilet, how to change a shower cartridge, household stuff that everybody deals with on a weekly basis. And after a while, you build up your community, because I took my house and did like a 10-mile radius around my house. And there's a lot of people around here in this area that check Nextdoor a lot. And if they see your name a lot, that you're helping out, you're not trying to ask for work every single time you post. That you're a human being just trying to help out the community, that catches on a lot. So in doing that, I got addicted to checking Nextdoor 50 times a day, answering people's messages, asking them what they needed, constantly. So every plumbing post, my name would be on there. And after a while, for a solo operator with a pickup truck, I was getting 10 to 15 calls a day from this community. just off a reputation. I don't want to do this again. Make this video. So just off a reputation, I was trying to help out. It was never about money. It was never about someone has a drippy faucet. It was never about, call me, I'm the cheapest, call me, I can do it today, call me, I can do it right now. If someone said my faucet is dripping, my first comment would be, what style faucet do you have? I was interacting with the people, and that's what they like. They like the interaction. They can call whoever they want. And after a while, I started to not be present at home, mentally or physically, because I was working so much. So if you if you if you succeed in something, you're missing out on something else. There's a balance, right? So you got to give and take. So when I'm neglecting the house and the people in the house, and my phone's ringing all hours of the night, even though I'm not a 24/7 business, but I'll still answer the questions that people call me about 10 o'clock, midnight, 2 in the morning. It affects things. It affects your home life. It affects you mentally because you just get burnt out. But there's a gratification or a satisfied or being satisfied as people come to you for knowledge. People come for you to get something done. And having that sense of want or need every day, all day, weekends, from people you don't even know that respect your opinion in the community, respect, the fact that he posts videos to help people out, and just getting caught up in the whole I don't know, I guess the whole vibe of like I'm needed, but not. It's a different way of feeling. It's not like at work where someone's like, "Hey, you're doing a good job. Um, here's a raise." Thanks for taking out the trash. I appreciate it. It's a different feeling from that. It's an addictive feeling of where you don't know how to control it. I didn't know how to control it, and it was getting out of control to the point where I basically just had to shut it down for the most part. And a few things happened. So I would work 4 or 5 days a week. It would take a toll on me, the family, everybody. And I'd say to myself, all right, I'm cutting back. I'm cutting back the work. I'm working a couple days here and there. And that'll last for a week, 2 weeks maybe. And I would get more calls, and I'd be like, all right, well, I'm working Monday, Tuesday. Maybe I could fit in a Wednesday. All right, well, last week I did 3 days. This week, I could definitely knock these calls out. Let me do a Thursday and Friday, and it just continued. So there was never really a break of time to focus on family, myself, and it got to be out of control. I couldn't control the urge of wanting to help people. I couldn't control the urge of wanting to get on the app to respond back. I couldn't help the urge of answering the phone. Now, when I say I got 10 to 15 calls a day, obviously I can't do that many calls, right? So I had to schedule people weeks in advance. I would forget to call people back. I would, turn work down. If you get 10 calls, you got to turn down 7 of them. Where are you going to put them? You can't put, I can't do 10 calls. I can't do 15 calls. But it was a satisfaction of knowing that I built this business or persona, that I'm the only one in this neighborhood that's this popular, because they can call anybody they want, but they're calling me. The fact that they're calling me felt amazing. Good reviews, bad reviews. The fact that I was being chosen over 40 different plumbing companies is almost like a rush in a weird way. Like I said, getting that satisfaction of being that person that called. Being the person that when he has the phone and say, hey, this is David from such and such plumbing, and they're happy to talk to you because they feel like they've known you in the community because you commented, posted. So they already figure out your personality. They already know kind of you as a person, kind of, because you're not being negative online. It's positive every day. You're helping people out. So people get this interaction of, I'm definitely calling this guy because he's got great reviews and he's helping out people. He's not just out there for the money and the business name. So when I had to step back, a few things happened. One, it was winter, so it's gonna get dark at like 5. And being stubborn that I am sometimes, I was gonna push through it and be like, all right, well, let me try to cut back work again. And said, let me try to cut back and scale the work back again. Well, something else happened. A restriction got put on my license to where I can't drive at night. I'm done from nightfall to sun up. I can't drive by the DMV. So that definitely put a halt on the winter time plumbing, and it gave me some time to reflect on the family life, myself, because I have that time now. I didn't have that time before. I'm still getting calls, and it's been almost 9 weeks now. I'm still getting calls. I'm turning every one of them down because I have to. But being addicted to that craving and satisfaction of knowing that I'm doing something great for myself, family, I'm making decent money at it, it's a hard thing to walk away from. It's hard. It's a hard feeling when you build up something that you are proud of, and you take pride in. You see how everybody else on Nextdoor operates their business, and you feel like yours is like 3 steps above everybody else because everybody else just posts pictures of before and after of their work. And I wasn't like that. I'm a visual person. I need to see you paint that wall. I need to see you build that cabinet. I need to see you change the brakes on the tire or the car. Change the brakes on the car. I need to physically see a video of you doing that. To me, that's more entertaining. That's more mentally satisfying than just a picture. It's been a struggle. It's not been easy. It's not been easy to walk away. Maybe 90%, it's not a good feeling. I was depressed for like 2 months, because I couldn't understand why the DMV told me I couldn't drive at night. I was depressed. I had to close the business for my mental health and, being there for my family, watching my son grow, because I was 100% in, for the most part, mentally, and it wasn't a good thing. It wasn't a good thing, and it's still a struggle. Like I said, it's been 9 weeks, and every day it's a struggle. Every time somebody calls me, they want something done, I gotta breathe and take a step back and say, hey, I'm not available. I'm not doing plumbing at the moment. And that's not an easy thing to say. When you crave that feeling of being wanted, and not by a person. It's a I can't describe it. It's just a hard feeling. Um, that you built up something that you feel is incredible to let that go. I'm not saying I can never do it again, but I feel like once I start, maybe I do one job here, one job there, but give me a month and I'll be back to 5 days a week again. You know, working 5 days a week, water heaters on weekends. It's gonna be. I'm gonna open the door and just jump right in. There's not gonna be a little step here and there. Also thought about doing like another business where I just clean driveways, like a scrubber. So maybe I wouldn't get as many calls, because not many people are gonna want their driveways done. But I'd also get that satisfaction of being proud of myself and accomplishing something that I can physically see on a day to day. Like I said, it's not even about the money. It's not about that. It's the gratification. It's the pride. I don't know. I'm sure there's more words that can explain the feelings, but right now I just don't have them. So, if you're going through a feeling of where you work a lot and you don't know how to deal with it, try to take a step back. That's all I can say. Because to me, it's either all or nothing. There's no middle ground. Having that problem and it's definitely a problem. I know people work a lot and they don't see it as a problem, but you can get addicted to anything, and anything in life you can get addicted to. It doesn't have to be drugs. It can be work, drugs, people. Whatever you're craving, you can be addicted to it without even knowing it. So, just keep that in mind. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll try to answer it the best I can. I'm saying I'm not an expert in it, but going through that struggle of mentally, I got to change for myself and for my family was hard. Not that it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's hard to mentally say, okay, this has to happen, or other things are gonna happen. So yeah. Well, I'll see you guys on the next one, and stay safe out there.